Muslim family dragged out of Belgian embassy in Beijing by Chinese police. A Belgian diplomat was expected to travel to China's rest of Xinjiang region on Tuesday to try and confirm the whereabouts of the woman and her 4 children, who are members of the Uyghur minority.
This post received a score of 25,846, with an upvote ratio of 92%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
There's some crazy shit happening in China and the whole world is sort of carelessly shrugging it off.
Like the others said, there's not much people outside China can do. Outside normal individuals really can't do much. Governments have a few options but they aren't great. Let's take the US. We could invade China, but that'd be an all-out war that would likely cause millions of deaths. The best we can do is educate everyone we can inside and out about what is happening in China.
Millions of deaths is an understatement. Nukes would be involved.
Yeah, the number would be in the billions.
A nuclear war between China and America would mean the death of nearly every person in both countries. Each country has enough nuclear weapons to annihilate the other multiple times over. Not only China and America, but a lot of neutral countries would get hit too. All those American bases in Korea, Japan, Australia, etc. rogue nukes flying into SE Asia or Canada or Latin America. Plus the radioactive fallout that puts the world into a dark winter for many years to come.
I don't think Asian countries would be very neutral if a war between the US and China broke out, considering their anti-Chinese outlooks right now. The only true neutral nations would be like the Latin Americans or the Africans.
China is rapidly moving in Africa to fill the void US is leaving behind. They have built a naval base in Africa and they are constructing roads, power plants, dams and other stuff there as well. In return they get raw materials for their industries. If there's a war, US will have to intervene to cut the flow of raw goods to China and China will have to defend her interests. So doubt Africa will be all that neutral either.
China's influence in Africa is tenuous at best. From what I can gather, outside of the government, Africans aren't particularly keen on these new would-be colonizers.
The reason they aren't keen in these motherfuckers is because most of the factories primarily employ Chinese workers. The Chinese are shipping their people out there to take the jobs they claim to be creating for the country. This is just colonization light so they can have better access to the raw materials that let their slave workers push people to the brink, making cell phones. I can't believe Belgium would sell out the family like that. Incredibly cold-hearted.
Even saying their embassy is not a lodge? What a dick. That poor woman and her children.
They're probably scared to stand up against China's power and influence.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.